program. It's not about me. I mean, it would be easier for me to wait because I wouldn't have to be here today. You know, it's about this recruiting.
Is that the only part of your job that's going to change in the next 6 weeks, or are you going to do everything else the same way you would in a normal year, leading up to a bowl game?
Well, I'm going to try. Yeah, we're going to prepare for the bowl game, and yeah, that's part of this thing.
When a coaching candidate asks you about the job, what makes it a great job, and what makes it tough, what would you say?
Well, I can't imagine a guy asking me why this is a great job. I mean, if he asks that question, I got to wonder what he knows about the game.
So you won't, I mean, you don't think you'll have to sell it to anybody that asks you?
Well, you know, this is a job that seeks the candidate. You know, you don't seek this job. The job seeks you. And, you know.
Would you have a piece of advice for the next coach?
I didn't want. You got to be able to take a punch and know that it's all those punches are worth it, because you get to go down that tunnel and you get to stand on that sideline and you get to represent the greatest university in the world, and you get to recruit the finest kids that play this game. And you get the great challenge of trying to do something that's very difficult, and that is to be the very, very best in this country. And it's hard to do. It's hard to do, but it's fun, and it's what makes life really worthwhile, the challenge of trying to do something with a group of people that no one can do themselves.
Coach, in your opinion, are any of your current staff able and qualified to succeed you?
There's guys on this staff that can do anything. And if you look at their backgrounds, if you look at what they've achieved, they're all bright guys, and they're passionate about the game. And a number of them, if they so choose, will be very, very successful head coaches.
With recruiting, have you spoken with the players who told you they'll come here with the next recruiting class? And
We have made contact with all of those guys. They know that those commitments, those scholarship offers, will be honored.
do you hope to maintain an office in the building?
Pardon me?
Do you hope to keep an office in the building?
No, I do not.
What sort of role would you like to have?
Well, I want to be a guy that is there if needed. That's it, period. I want to be a guy that supports Michigan football.
Coach, after hearing you talk about rolling with those punches and it being worth it, when you woke up this morning, how were you feeling? Did you feel different? What kind of things were going through your head?
Well, I don't. I was trying to make sure I put on the right socks, and I have felt for really since I made that decision, there was a period in there where there was. It was difficult, and at some point I really was at peace with it. And so when I woke up this morning, I felt very good from the standpoint that I knew I was doing the right thing. And but this day is special because it's the end, and it's a beginning, so it's both. Yeah.
Do you do anything differently as a result?
No, you know, the one thing that I made up my mind several years ago that I was going to work as hard as I could to the very last second that I was in this job. That I wanted to be able to walk out of here knowing that to the very last minute I did my job to the best of my ability. And I know I'll be able to do that.
Did you ever have a moment this year where you thought maybe you'd come back?
No, not really.
Did you undergo any pressure to try to stay? Anybody try to sway your decision in any way?
Well, Bill had indicated that he wanted me to stay. President Coleman had indicated that she wanted me to stay, and that certainly meant a lot to me because, you know, that's, you know, those are people that I respect. And, but, you know, I think, you know, I tried to make it clear that it was time. And, you know, that's it.
On the field, what was your biggest accomplishment, and conversely, what do you think the biggest disappointment is?
Well, there's every time you lose, it's miserable. I mean, they're all miserable, and certain games are more miserable than others, and it is a misery of its own quality. And yet, I was talking to Herb Duramity yesterday, who's going into the National Football Foundation Hall of Fame in New York here in a couple of weeks. And he said, Lloyd, you know, it took me until a year or so ago, I would wake up in the middle of the night and think about this call I made and how I wish I would have made another call, because invariably I was always thinking about the games we lost. And he said about 2 months ago, I decided that I was just going to think about the games we won. And so we've won so many great games here. And what I'll remember is being in that locker room after some spectacular performances and singing the victors with those teams. Those are the moments that you don't forget. Those are the moments that make everything you do worthwhile. And I know of no other profession that the exhilaration, the incredible euphoria that you experience when you've won a tough ball game right at the end. And so we've had a lot of those, and but it's the players that give meaning to all of that.